The 2016 Kia Cadenza. So this is what Kia likes to call affordable luxury, and I totally agree because Kia does not even call this a luxury sedan. In fact, they prefer to call it a premium full-size sedan. I'm Jay, and welcome to this latest episode of Car Buzz Unboxing Review. So yes, what I have for you today is the Kia Cadenza, and I know a lot of you are interested in luxury cars, but I also like to show you something else that's not quite luxury, but is definitely premium. I also want to thank DGDG.com for letting Car Buzz come on down and film for you today. So the Kia Cadenza, so this hit the market in the United States for the 2014 model year, and it's officially classified as a full-size sedan, and yes, it is definitely a premium sedan, as you're going to learn throughout this review. And it's still hard for me to imagine Kia and premium coming together in the same sentence, because it was maybe only a decade ago when Kias were just the most basic of the basic econoboxes. There was nothing premium or really all that nice about them, but this car is very, very different, and there's a lot to talk about here, and I really believe by the end of this review you're going to be very impressed with what Kia is coming on to with this affordable luxury. But before I go any further, let's start up the engine so you can listen to that. Alright, so what you just heard there was the sound of the all-aluminum 3.3-liter naturally aspirated V6 with a total of 293 horsepower and 255 pound-feet of torque. Now, power goes to the front wheels through a 6-speed automatic transmission, and this is the only engine transmission combo offered on this first-generation Cadenza. When I say first-generation, well, I'll get to that later on in the review as well because there's more news to know about. So taking a look at this exterior here, this is what they call Aurora Black, and this is actually the limited top-of-the-line Cadenza. You have the base model, the mid-range premium, then the limited, which is also known as the SXL, and with the limited, you get these really nice 19-inch chrome alloy wheels, standard 18-inch wheels for the other two trim levels. You have high-intensity discharge or HID headlights and LED fog lights, LED rear lights as well. And there's also, because this is the limited, a panoramic sunroof. Now take a look at all the chrome trim throughout the exterior here, and I think combined with the black paint, it really makes this car stand out. And the overall design here, this is a winning design. Period. And you can thank a guy named Peter Schreier for that. He is Kia and now Hyundai's chief designer. He came to the South Korean automakers from Volkswagen. In fact, he was the guy who designed the first generation Audi TT. And the South Koreans gave him the opportunity to start with a blank slate and create an all-new design language. And that is exactly what he has done. And now it's taken a few years, but now Kia and its sister brand Hyundai are design powerhouses. It's a fact. And I love those chrome trimmed door handles there. And the windows are all lined with chrome as well. It's just, you know, it doesn't stand out too much, but it definitely has that premium look. And I really believe that is what Kia was going for. In fact, Kia is even targeted the Cadenza to people who, well, they can't necessarily afford an all-out luxury car, say like a Cadillac CTS, or maybe they just don't want to be seen in a luxury brand. This is where the Cadenza comes in very, very nicely. It's affordable luxury, it's premium, without going into something, I don't know, maybe, you know, something that looks too expensive for some. Now, when you take a look at the front end design, that's what Kia likes to call its tiger nose front end styling. And it's the signature look on all new Kias, and Kia design, they just sort of keep evolving the look. And yeah, I think it works very, very nicely here too. There it is. Yeah, it's just become Kia's signature styling look there. And here it is under the hood, that naturally aspirated V6. Performance 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds. Top speed is 154 miles per hour. Fuel economy, 19 miles per gallon in the city, 28 on the highway, and a combined 22, which those numbers are only decent for this class. It could be better, but what can you do? And the car weighs a total of just under 3,800 pounds. So let's step inside here because, again, this is where the Cadenza really continues to shine. You have the black interior package. For an extra $75, this gives you Black Nappa leather seat trim and premium headliner trim as well. You have 10-way power adjustable driver's seat, 8-way adjustable front passenger seat, wood grain interior accents, a leather-wrapped shift knob. There's also the Infinity Discrete Logic Surround sound system with 12 speakers. So overall, just a very simple but premium looking dash design. And look at the rear seat space here. Now, this is one of the reasons why people buy full-size sedans for a big rear seat. And wait until you see the trunk in a few minutes as well. You can easily get 3 full-size adults back here in relative comfort. 2 would be even better. Now take a look at this here on the dashboard. You have that analog clock just below the infotainment touchscreen there. I like that touch. That is really cool. Chrysler does that as well. I believe Bentley too. And I don't know, I think by going with an analog clock, it's just to show you that this car, it's a little more premium. It's going to stand out with little touches like that here and there. And I really like this dash design. It's simple, it's straightforward, maybe a little sporty looking as well. But it certainly doesn't look cheap. Now, I do have one complaint here, and you're going to see it on the on top of the center console here, next to the shift lever. There's a lot of black piano plastic. Now, it looks nice. It might be a little too shiny for some, but my concern is, and I've seen this on other cars as well, and I started noticing it here on this Cadenza, that it kind of scratches a little easily, and I think long term that is definitely not good for general wear and tear. You're going to, I don't know, I don't like it when things scratch like that, especially when there's a new car here. Alright, so this is the 8-inch touchscreen system, and yeah, I like it. It responds well to natural voice commands. It includes plenty of traditional physical buttons just to kind of back some things up there too, because not everyone is on board with, you know, a pure touchscreen panel like you get in, let's say, the Tesla Model S, and yet things are going that way, but I like a combination of touchscreen and actual buttons you have to press. Now, navigation is also a standard feature, and I really have to say the nav system in this car, it's one of the best I've ever tested. It's got clear, colorful displays, live traffic information, and easy to use split screen views are just, you know, it's very nice to see, and it's not at all confusing. All right, so let's talk safety here. Now, the Cadenza earned a good rating from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety in most tests, and it also comes standard with dual front airbags, dual front and rear seat-mounted side airbags, full-length side curtain airbags, ABS brakes, traction and electronic stability control, hill start assist, and a tire pressure monitoring system. Now, because this is the top of the line limited, it gets a few extra safety bits, including a blind spot detection system, rear parking assist, rear cross traffic alert, surround view monitor, adaptive cruise control, lane change assist, and a lane departure warning. See, there it is, that black piano plastic. It looks nice, but I'm telling you, it's going to scratch easily. But then again, you have that nice wood grain trim throughout. I like that. All right, so how does this drive? Now, I want to be absolutely clear about something. This is no sports sedan, not even close, not by any means. But the ride in general, it is nice, and the interior is very quiet. Now, there are also steering wheel mounted paddle shifters that might give it a touch of sportiness, but I don't know. I really don't think those paddle shifters, make or break and anything to make it special here. And the steering is okay, and drivers will discover the car's handling limits very, very fast. I also like this, the rear electronic power sunshade. Again, only, I don't know, let's say a decade ago, that was a feature on something like a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, and now you're getting it on a Kia Cadenza. That's pretty cool. There it is. That dual panoramic sunroof there. I really, really like that. It really brightens up the interior, especially because this is a black leather interior, and a little dark inside, and yeah, it gives this thing just a really nice premium touch. Although it does sort of hinder some rear seat headroom, but I don't think that's a big deal. Now, this car also comes with Kia's Flex Steer system, and that basically allows the driver to select one of 3 different steering weights. Remember, this car is front-wheel drive. You can't get optional all-wheel drive. They just don't have it. So it's going to be more like a cruiser. And being able to adjust the steering weights, I think, kind of helps a little bit. And then here you go, you get in the tachometer and speedometer cluster here, just basic driver's information. And yeah, I think the system here, the colors and the quality of the screen is very, very nice. I didn't really get a sense of anything cheap in the car, inside or out. I just think maybe for the next generation Cadenza, which I'll talk to you about very shortly, I think Kia has a real opportunity to make this interior even better. Now, this is the 12-way power adjustable driver's seat. It is a 10-way power adjustable driver's seat comes standard here. And what's cool here is that there's an extendable driver's seat cushion. Now, also for rear seat passengers, this is nice. There's heated rear seats. And not only are there heated rear seats, the rear seats are just huge. There's just so much space. And the rear armrest also has its own USB port. And there's also additional wood grain trim in the limited model that you see here. Okay, so what is some of this car's competition? Well, great question. You have this car's sister ship, the Hyundai Azera. There's also the Lexus ES350, Nissan Maxima, Toyota Avalon, Chevrolet Impala, the Buick LaCrosse, and the Ford Taurus. Now, I recently did unboxing reviews of the Impala and the LaCrosse and was very impressed with those 2 cars from GM. I also really like the all-new Nissan Maxima. That's, if you want something a little more sporty and a full-size front-wheel drive sedan, that's the way to go. But I think this car's real competitors are the Lexus ES350 and the Buick LaCrosse. They're both sort of premium. Obviously, the Lexus is more luxury, but not everybody wants to pay a bit more for the Lexus. Now, take a look at this trunk here. This is 16 cubic feet. This is a massive trunk here. And for a lot of people, yeah, having a large rear seat and a large trunk matters. And they're willing to pay a bit more for it. Instead of going for, let's say, a mid-sized car like the Kia Optima, they're going to want to upgrade to the Kia Cadenza. Now, Kia also offers the K900, which is rear-wheel drive, so if you want something like a full-size sedan that's sporty, go for the K900. And also in Detroit, in just a few weeks, we're expecting Kia to debut the Kia GT. So that is going to be another very interesting sportier rear-wheel drive vehicle as well. Now, for 2017, Kia has just launched an all-new second-generation Cadenza, but I think now is a great time to pick up a 2016 first-generation Cadenza. Why? Well, let's talk pricing here. Now, the base price for the base model is $32,990. The mid-range premium begins at $35,990. And the limited, which is this car here, begins at $44,090. Now, our car had several features, and it came to a grand total of just over $45,000. But as you're going to be able to see, and if you haven't noticed already on the front windshield, it has a discount, about $10,000. Now is a great time to buy one of these. If you are looking for affordable luxury and you still want a premium ride, but you just don't want to have to pay all the money for a Lexus or an Audi, it just might not be the car for you. So what do I like? I like this exterior design. It's got nice presence and that big, massive trunk. What I don't like, the car just needs a little more personality, especially when it comes to driving. It needs to be more communicative. But I'm out of time for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you have any more questions for me, just leave them in the comment section below. And be sure to check out the next Car Buzz unboxing review. So until then, I'll see you all next time.